Welcome back to Rebel Watch. Long time no see. This episode is a little delayed because of the ice storm, but we are back, baby. Lucky number 13. I am your host, Erika Dierke.
I'm Henry Stuart.
I'm Mariah Evans.
As you may have noticed, we have a new host here today.
Hey y'all, I'm Paxton Debardeleben. I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you so much, Paxton. So we are briefly going to talk about playoffs, even though it's been like over 2 months since the Fiesta Bowl. But if you're sick of hearing about it, I'm not sick of talking about it. So what do we think about that historic run?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about, we are tired of hearing about it. But at the same time, you can't overstate the importance of this season. Ole Miss wins 11 games for only the second time in program history. For the first time ever during the regular season. You have a head coach leaving at the end of the regular season. You have a new head coach, not an interim, a full-time new head coach. And Ole Miss, they dominate Tulane, go wire to wire, come from behind against Georgia, and play really, really well against Miami, who was the eventual national runner-up. So it was an incredible season. This set a new benchmark for Ole Miss football. 2024 maybe looked at as a disappointment. This year exceeded all expectations and set multiple new milestones for this program. And the sky is the limit. It's only up from here.
Henry, you said, I think, like first or second episode of this show that Trinidad Chambliss is the future of Ole Miss football.
I did. He's the future of Ole Miss football. I'm going to come out and say it right now. Let's get things started off with a bang. I think Austin Simmons lost his job, and I think that Trinidad Chambliss put on an absolute performance.
And we are so lucky to have the chance to see that happen next year, right? So there was a really big court decision that just happened with Trinidad Chambliss. It's official that he will be playing into next year. I believe the NCAA can appeal, but it's all but official. What are we thinking about that preliminary injunction that was granted?
Ladies and gentlemen, the sixth god is back in Oxford. Trinidad Chambliss has been granted a preliminary injunction to return to Ole Miss next year. And it took a while. Ole Miss filed a court case for Trinidad to get another year. The NCAA, was not in our favor, honestly. I think it's ridiculous. They denied Trinidad's appeal, and then we had to take it to court. That was the only reason he could come back. It was about an 8-hour court case. A lot of people spoke. Trinidad's mother spoke. Joe Judge spoke. And finally, the NCAA couldn't even stay for the court decision. They had to leave. So I'm glad Six is back in Oxford, and we're going to have a national championship season next year.
Yes. What do you think, Mariah?
I'm just excited to see him throw another dime. Trinidad, whatever. I'm not going to get too copyright. But I'm just excited. I thought if he did go to the draft, he was maybe going to be a second or third round pick. But I'm hopefully that this next season of play is going to elevate him to a first round pick. And, hey, I hope he wins the Heisman, and I hope we get a national championship. So thank you, Judge.
Yes, it was such a good year. I mean, I had a blast. But we're going to move away from football because society has moved away from college football for a long time now. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that we have been beefing with Red Cup Hail State.
That's just a game that we've all grown up in Mississippi. And
Have you actually sat down and watched Mississippi State play football this year?
But
I have.
I grew up here. I know how intense that rivalry is.
But this Mississippi State team are disaster class. Like, they're
Any given Saturday, anybody can win.
Any given Saturday, have they been able to close out a major game this year? No, they haven't. They collapsed against Florida. They collapsed against Texas. They got dog walked by Georgia. Mississippi State is an overhyped football team. They're not good, and I'm sick and tired of people, especially y'all as Ole Miss students, saying that they're going to come and they're going to win this game. They're not. They don't know how to win baby out, and they will choke games in the most dramatic of fashions. I didn't even mention Tennessee.
Red Cup Hail State wants to know who hurt you, Henry.
Y'all did, and that terrible football team you trot out there every Saturday. The way that you blow games and the way that you are just straight up not a good football team. That's what's got me hot and bothered. And the fact my co-hosts, who are Ole Miss students, had some notion in their head that y'all were going to win this game, and you had no chance. The reason the game was this close is because Kamario Taylor started. If y'all had started Blake Shapen, we would have won by 40.
Hot and bothered.
I know. We're tagging you, Hail State.
They have, not me.
Boxing.
Me and Henry have been beefing with Red Cup Hail State. They have sent us something in the mail, so we're going to do an unboxing now.
Shout out to my dog, Vet, who's a Mississippi State graduate.
Oh, stop shouting out. Okay.
I'm
Henry,
sorry.
I believe this
Hail
is
State.
for you.
Whoa!
Let's take a side.
Yeah, no, I like it. This is...
I don't think we should ring the...
Don't ring
no,
it. Don't ring it.
No.
Oh my gosh, they sent us a card.
This is
Can
a
I
peace
open it?
offering.
Yes, no, let's read
Okay,
the card.
Read it.
we're going to read the card. Oh, they sent us stickers. Wait, that's kind of nice.
Okay.
Burn it.
Oh, it's just Red Cup stickers, so we can use it.
Yes.
It's not Red Cup Hail State. Okay. Rebel Watch. I hope all is well in the city of Oxford and that y'all survived finals. As promised, that's how long it's been, by the way. This
This has been a very long time coming.
As promised you wanted to gift the office with a genuine MSU cowbell. While the chaos of rivalry week and Henry's wrath can make our fan bases a little crazy, I'm glad we could find a fun middle ground with some fun banter and concern for Henry's well-being. I hope your network continues to grow, reaching further audiences, maybe working with Red Cup Ole Miss, and that we have further banter for the Battle of the Magnolia State. While we can agree to disagree on who runs the SIP, we can all agree on one thing: you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Wishing you and yours nothing but the best in 2026. Love God, love people, and hail State, the Red Cup ambassador for Mississippi State. Thank you so much, Red Cup, hail State.
Yes,
Can we
thank
ring
you.
the bell, please?
No, I'm not
it's
ringing
loud
it. It's
and,
insanely loud.
Go Ole Miss.
I'm
Hotty
mentally
toddy.
ringing it.
Hotty toddy, and thank you for this very sweet
Most
card.
annoying
Very
thing on
much
the planet.
Hail State.
No.
Whoa.
Oh my
whoa,
God.
No, you
whoa.
can't say that. Why would you say that?
I can
Hey.
say whatever I want.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
All right. After the break, we are going to talk about a less storied team for Ole Miss right now. We're going to be talking about Ole Miss basketball and the disappointing losing streak that we're on that we might just flip around, but probably not. We'll see you right after the break.
It's that time of the year again, fellas. When the mornings are hot, the afternoons are hotter, and football is on its way back. Now, games is won by the battles fought in August. Everyone that's not revered as an Ole Miss legend has been in your shoes before, trying to survive that Mississippi heat, competing for a spot, and knowing the sacrifice that it takes to make it in this league. You go into this money collection of men from 100 different places, and if you work, you emerge from it as one team with one goal and one heartbeat. The SEC awaits you. And if they don't know who you are now, they will soon.
The dynamic freshman is starting to make his impact.
Dagger with the shot clock down to 1.
That 3-ball drops for Jamin Brakefield.
Fagan from the corner with a triple.
Burrell for 3, and that's a big response.
3-ball.
Yes, Miss shooting lights out at the pavilion.
Give him one more. Wow. Alley. Ooh.
So you can't teach that. Well, that should give Ole Miss a boost.
Ole Miss 18th NCAA tournament appearance.
This is fun, folks, as Baker's peeling it. Little heat check. Snook Collins for 3. Bring it up.
Said, I love Madison Scott.
Ole Miss Rebels are having a lot of fun, and you can see why.
All right, so basketball has been stuck in the losing column for a really long time. It's been a little bit disappointing, right? I mean, this kind of ragtag group of mostly transfers and freshmen, barely any returners, is not gelling quite like we wanted it to, right? So, you know, what's the reason for this? Like, what are the symptoms that are causing such a disappointing run?
You know, I'm a big Chris Beard believer, but this roster that he has accumulated this year is just, like, simply awful. I don't know who was in charge of making this team, but we have no size, no grit, no toughness, no anything. And you've seen Ole Miss just get absolutely destroyed in every SEC game, honestly. I think now we're, 3-10 in the SEC?
Yes.
And we should honestly be 2-11 in the SEC because the Georgia game was, we went off a buzzer beater. But these last few games, we've been getting, these guards, Josh Hubbard, LeBaron Philon, just have been going absolutely nuclear against us. And honestly, we have no way to stop it. I mean, we have a bunch of 5'10" white guys that can only shoot, and like me, honestly. And it's not good, and it's only going to keep getting worse for us. We have a terrible, game coming up against Florida. We're going to get absolutely killed.
What do you think?
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think we're gonna get badly beaten by Florida. I think that this is a team that really lacks leadership or discipline. I think last year we had a really strong core of guys, Juju Murray, Matt Morrell, Jamin Brakefield, Sean Padula, that were really the vocal leaders in face of Ole Miss basketball. And, from not even necessarily on the court, but, just in the locker room, those guys were, very intentional about spending time with the team and, building a real chemistry and a real culture in the locker room. And that really paid off when things got tough and we had some, rough stretches and rough games. And we just don't see that this year. I think we kind of maybe look to Malik Dia to kind of fill that role, and he really hasn't. He's been very limited and has played really no meaningful minutes bar the Mississippi State game over the last, 7-8 games. So it's just really unfortunate, and I don't really think this falls. I mean, you're right, Paxton. I don't understand who was in charge of assembling the group of guys that we see on the floor every night, because that's what they are. It's disjointed. There's no chemistry. There's no cohesion at all. We're just kind of guys out there just playing basketball. It's like watching random runs at LA Fitness.
What do you think about it? Do you have any thoughts about our losing streak?
We're going to lose again.
Yes. So looking forward to Florida, do you have any thoughts?
I think Florida has a great rebound, and they're just off the chain in rebound. I think they're ranked second nationally. Is that right, Henry?
Yes.
And we've been struggling offensively, and I think we're just going to get losing double digits. Honestly, I truly do. I think good luck, fans. Next year, maybe y'all have a chance at a real basketball team next year.
Yeah, I have the benefit. I have a bit of an elite scouting report on Florida basketball, and I am disappointed to say that I think they are easily the best team in the SEC in basketball. I don't even think it's close. I think they're hot off of 6 straight wins right now. And I mean, you could just go on and on naming these really impressive guys that they have. Thomas Houck is like a star really leading this team. Xavion Lee is amazing. They're really an impressive team. Chinyelu right now I think has 16 double-doubles on the year. That's 2 away from a franchise record of single season double-doubles. Like every aspect of this team is cohesive and impressive, and almost an unfortunate opposite to our team. I think we're going to get bodied by Florida. It's not going to be pretty.
It's going to be a
I'm not looking forward to waking up at 11 in the morning just to watch us lose to the Florida Gators, but I think that's what's going to happen.
No,
Can I add on to that?
Any other thoughts?
Florida they start 3 bigs, and Ole Miss is one of the smallest teams at SEC. Ruben Chingalu is an absolute monster on the glass, and our starting center is Malik Dia, and he's about 6'9", so. And he doesn't play like a post player anyway. He plays like a guard and can't even do that. So I think that they're going to out-rebound us probably by 30, maybe. That's a lot.
I think there's a very real possibility of
but
that.
Us students are going to have a really hard time waking up at 11 a.m. to come watch this game. And, I think we should shift our focus to women's basketball and not men's.
Yes, that's a great point. I mean, at the time of recording this, there's a very exciting game against LSU for women's basketball. Coach Yo has been doing some incredible things.
She really has, and she is not getting the support or the credit that she deserves. Seriously, no one's going to watch this men's team. Go and support Coach Yo. This is a fantastic team. This is one of the best teams in Ole Miss history. We're in the middle of the toughest stretch of our schedule right now. We've got that game against LSU, and then we're at number 3 South Carolina on Sunday. They're number 3 in the country. They're on top of the SEC. That's going to be a huge game. We're coming off a very physical, wire-to-wire win over Tennessee, a loss to Kentucky before that. This is a very resilient team. Very high class, very high character. Go out there, support the women, and support Coach Yo because they absolutely deserve it.
Yes, I mean, they're cohesive, they're resilient. Coach Yo is also really nice.
Yeah.
If you ever see her, she'll say hello.
Personable.
Yeah, she's very lovely. We are going to get back and talk about my favorite sport of baseball right after the break, where we are actually in the win column. So bringing it back to some dubs. We'll be right back.
Is journalism. Here at the University of Mississippi, we produce a nightly half-hour newscast, broadcasting regionally on cable and globally on the World Wide Web. It's the kind of experience that is preparing me to walk into any news station in the country with the skills and abilities I need to succeed. So it's not just preparing me for the real world, it is the real world.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We are rebels. For more than 160 years, we've been accomplishing the impossible, from conducting the world's first lung transplant to helping prove Einstein was right. From preserving the past to saving the future. We are Mississippi's flagship university, a place where passion and learning unite, where friends become family, where small-town charm meets world-class innovation. We are the University of Mississippi. We are Ole Miss.
It's that time of year, America's pastime. I'm so excited that baseball season has begun. So far, we have not collected a loss, and but Mike Bianco and the boys are buzzing, very excited about this year. The pitching staff looks great. Our offense looks great. Our infield defense needs work, but that's all right. What are we thinking about the non-conference season thus far?
I got notes for you, and shout out to BJ and Parker for the info, and I hope they didn't mess me up. Against Missouri State, we should expect a sweep. And we're going to primarily dominate. We primarily dominated Nevada, who is the preseason Mountain West champs. Infield and struggled against Arkansas State. However, the weekend rotation is arguably the best weekend rotation in the SEC right now. And Clemson transfer Tristan Bissetta.
Yes,
has been on a tier this season. So yes, I know ball and I got motion.
Thank you, BJ and Parker, for your notes. You're absolutely right. Our weekend rotation of Hunter Elliott, Cade Townsend, sophomore, and then the transfer Will Libbert, it's looking really good. They've been looking really good. Our pitching staff as a whole only let up 6 earned runs the entire opening weekend. No, 4 earned runs, 6 runs total. That's incredible. And pitching was not our strong suit last year. So coming into this season with everyone being excited about our pitching.
Yeah, this is probably the best pitching staff I've ever seen in my life. We have every single guy who throws strikes, those really hard, nasty stuff, and they know their role. They know they're good, and I think that's the best thing you can do.
This is as much depth as we had in the pitching staff in quite some time. As much, and when I say that, not just numbers, but talented guys that we have to figure out some roles.
He's given me so many tips on how to stay calm, how to get more out of your pitches, how to command it better, how to throw different pitches, and he's just a good overall dude. He's like a big brother to me.
You mentioned the non-conference slate. Now I'm looking ahead to the Bruce Bolt.
The Classic?
Yes, the Classic. Excuse me. Totally lost my train of thought in the middle of that. But games against Ohio State, games against Baylor, and games against Coastal Carolina. The College World Series runner-up last year. They lost to Arkansas. Chanticleers are national champions. They are a legitimately elite baseball program out of the Sun Belt. So that'll be a huge test for us early on, kind of right before we start SEC play. So I'm really excited to see how we fare against some higher level, what would be considered Power 5 competition, kind of right before we start SEC play, because I think that'll be a really good benchmark of how this team is going to perform in the SEC, with the SEC being so absolutely ridiculously stacked this year.
Mm-hmm. I got some stats for y'all. We outscored Nevada 29-6 between 3 games in all of our runs, and our pitching staff combined for about 35 strikeouts in the total of 3 games. So I'm happy to see our baseball team picking up stride. Hopefully they'll be back to where they were in their 22 form. But we're gonna be at the Missouri State game, so y'all stay tuned for that. They're a decent program, so I hope we come out swinging.
Yeah, so I'm really loving Mike Bianco as our coach. It's his 25th season with Ole Miss. He just got his 950th career win. So it's really great to see someone with so much longevity and such a great coach at the helm of this team. And then I really think that this team it's coming together.
Yeah,
it's a lot of the things that we lacked last year, we're starting to see this year. Tristan Becerra, I mean, you got to look out for him. He's been a Clemson transfer. He was incredible with Clemson. He's off to a really hot start. With Clemson, he played, I have it written down, he played in 87 games with a triple slash, a 266, 450, 377. Those are really good numbers, and he came out swinging in this weekend and in these midweek games. And like someone said, like Paxton said, all of our offense did. Judd Utermark with a grand slam. I mean, all of these facets are starting to work together. Granted, it's non-conference, but I'm excited for the Classic as well. There's a lot to look forward to with this team.
No, I definitely agree. And shout out Judd Utermark.
Shout out. Why?
He is the North Carolina all-time home run leader in this state. Went to Charlotte Christian High School, about 10 minutes down the road from me. So shout out to Charlotte. But yeah, no, he's been phenomenal. That grand slam was that was incredible to watch. This is a good baseball team. And I mean, granted, I wasn't a student here. I was in middle school. But this team is kind of giving me the 2020 team vibes. That, that was a really good Ole Miss team, probably one of the best ever. And we'll never know how good that team could have truly been because the season got canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But I think the way that this team is so good on so many different levels, pitching primarily, and you're right, that really was an issue last year. And we lost a lot of games because of that last year. Mm-hmm. I think that this is a legitimate team in the scheme of a national championship. I think this is a team that absolutely can compete for a national championship.
Yes, and pitching-wise, what was a big part of the problem was actually our bullpen. Like, it would feel Hunter Elliott would put in all this work and get us deep into games, and then we couldn't finish at the job because our bullpen didn't seem very strong. And they let up no earned runs in the first weekend of games. So that's very promising. And Mike Bianco, and we'll put in some clips of what he was saying in Media Day and what the players were saying in Media Day, but the pitching staff, everyone is really excited about it. They've been developing their pitch mixes. They've been, adding pitches.
But yeah, I think everyone has deep pitches, basically deep repertoire, and I think we're going to be really good.
I think he's incredible. I mean, a left-handed pitcher who's 95 to 98 with 4 other pitches. I think that's pretty incredible. I mean, I think he's a first to third round type of talent. And he's a great dude as well. He's super quiet. He goes about his business the right way, and I think he's going to be really special.
It's like a second dad, basically. I would say, like, he does everything for me. He making sure I'm good, making sure the team's good. He's fed me. I've lived with him. He's kind of just done everything. Like, he's just a good dad, and he cares more about the human than the player.
I also want to shout out, I think a player to watch is Dom Decker.
The Dom Decker, who's just, I mean, he's probably the best in the world, at least at the collegiate level of being able to not swing out of the zone.
Second baseman Dom Decker as kind of like a leadoff guy. He can get on base, he can walk, he doesn't chase. His chase rate is really low.
Dom had a 4% chase rate this fall, which is, wild. Like the SEC averages and thing is 22%, so 18% less than 22 than the SEC average is crazy. So that it's going to be really hard to pitch to him.
And that is a really good asset, a really good tool to have on your team because he's not jumping off the box score as the guy hitting home runs, but he's the guy that they're batting in. So keep an eye on Dom Decker.
Dom is one of those guys that when the weekend's over, you realize, how good of a baseball player he is. I don't think Dom's going to, wow you by his power or by his foot speed or even defensive prowess. But I think at the end of the day, he does everything very, very well, which bodes well in our game. Certainly a guy that I think could bat at the top of the lineup, be a good table setter for some of those bigger guys that we return that can drive them in. But certainly excited. And when I say ball player, I mean that in the biggest compliment. He can do it all. He can steal bases. He can defend. He can hit. He's going to take pitches. He's going to find a way to get on. And he's a coach's son. And so a lot of times you use that comment because he knows how to play the game. You can tell that he's been around the game and taught the right way.
Keep an eye on Dirty Dom. That's his name. Dirty Dom.
Coining that right now. All right, any other thoughts on baseball, basketball, anything?
I just wanted to say a sincere thank you to Red Cup State.
Yeah.
Red Cup M State, genuinely, that's an incredible gesture.
We love
and,
it.
As I move farther and farther away from that day, the more I'm embarrassed with it. I mean, it was great content, but I lost my temper, and I was kind of battling some things personally.
Mississippi State a little less now.
Yeah, no, but I got into Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They gave
Rightfully
me
so.
okay. They gave me scholarship money. I very nearly went there. Those are wonderful people in Starkville. So I have nothing but love and appreciation for Mississippi State. Nothing but love and respect for Red Cup Hail State.
We are going to put the Rebel Watch logo on this, though.
I
will be defacing it.
But
I'm along with Henry. I really do love Mississippi State, if you couldn't tell. My sister almost went there. Give me the Cowbell.
No.
All right.
No.
We will be
Don't
back
do it.
next week with more updates on baseball and basketball. Hopefully some wins in both departments. I have been your host, Erika Dierke.
I'm Henry Stewart.
I'm Mariah Evans.
And I'm Paxton Debardeleben.
Hotty toddy. We'll see you next time.